All right, hi, I'm Beck Lane, and this is Catalyst and Company. Catalyst and Company, where we try to be catalysts in each other's lives and in our own lives, or our own lives and each other's lives, so we can become the artists we really wanted to be and help each hold each other up, especially during these difficult times, these trying, silly times. So right now, what we're looking at is a video I have obviously shown in several videos now, or a painting that I've shown in several videos now. And I'm sorry to bore you to tears, but this is what I've been working towards the past couple days, is getting the painting to this point. I taped over the graffiti or the lettering done by Tyler at Black Lamp Studio, because I didn't want to booger too much of it up. And now I can start peeling all the tape off. And look at how it pops, which is what I wanted. I wanted the lettering to pop. As you know, I don't normally do graffiti, certainly not this type of graffiti in my work. If I put in text, it's with pastels, oil pastels. Come on. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the neck. This is what happens when you don't have nails. Tape doesn't like to peel off for you quite so much. But anywho, I use oil pastel, and I just kind of put in text because I'm not a graffiti artist, and I don't want to look like I'm trying to be a graffiti artist or pretend to be one. It holds no interest for me. There are people that do it, there are people who do it extremely well, and I don't need to pretend to be one of them or copy them either. But Tyler and my friend Roxy, they do graffiti. They're excellent at it. And so the three of us have actually been planning on working on a number of projects together. So hopefully this is the start. This is actually a second piece that we've done together. And the first one I screwed up. I mean royally. So hopefully over time we can get used to each other. But look at how this is changing. Well, see if we can get this off. Look at how deeply the lettering affects the image. Let me just pick this up for a sec. I'm going to move the stand. Look at how they play off of each other. It's not exactly a new idea, putting fine art with graffiti, but I love how raw my brush strokes are with the rawness of his graffiti, his lettering, his illustrating. I'm not a typical fine artist, duh, we all know that. My work is characterized as fine art, but also as street art by different people. So I think it's the perfect mixture with more raw graffiti lettering. They have beautiful effects. They bounce off of each other really well, I think. Now earlier today, I started outlining or covering booger marks. Like I had fingerprints all over here and smudge marks. So I started covering them with white acrylic in here and thick white acrylic too. So I've got these really beautiful textures that you don't see right away until you get up close, which then again mirrors the oil, where you don't really see the layers of color, and you don't see the brush strokes till you get up close, and then you go, oh wow. Well, you see some of them from afar, but certainly not all of them. So they're pairing incredibly well. But I also had to go in where I'd been cleaning up the fingerprints and other boo-boos I had made, chalk marks, messes that I had made with the acrylic. And then I had to start going in with white oil, and covering up the oil marks that were way far off. So we've got acrylic right up against oil, white oil, and Neo McGilp, and both of them are pressing up against some of the lettering, but I'm also going into some of the lettering and adding deep teals, not all of it, just some of it, deep teals, transparent earth red by Gamblin, deep blues, just different, deeper, darker colors. I'm starting to cover up some booger marks I made in there as well with the deep oils. So it's really pushing and pulling. Obviously it's not done. I have to darken up this skirt. I just wanted to get the basic colors laid out. Then we'll go and darken up the skirt. We've got to play with shadowing and light in the jacket. Then there's the hat. I'm gonna have to fix that hair a little bit too. And then there's the hobby horse itself and its little rocking bits that I don't know what are called. So this is what we've been doing, and I'm pretty excited about it. It feels so good to do something that this exploratory, I guess, this experimental. It's just nice to be able to work with my friends. So there we are, another hobby horse and young boy in an unusual outfit and an odd outfit for today. Behind the camera is a painting. I'm trying to figure out where to stand. Behind the camera is a painting that I wanted to talk about as well. A few videos ago, you can find it. It's very easy to find. I made a video about a painting of a woman standing on the rocks fishing, and she pulled this fish out of the water. And I was trying to, it's a painting I'd done primarily with palette knife in the oils and the rocks and the ocean. The rest of it was brushwork. And I haven't really used palette knives since I was about 14 years old, which was 8 million years ago. But I layered it, you take a look, I layered them, kept brushing the palette knife over a couple of times. I put down a layer of palette knife strokes, let that dry. Oil and Neo McGill with the palette knife, let that dry. Then go in again, over that with the palette knife. Neo McGill oil and the palette knife, again. So we got really, I did several layers of that, and we got this really nice rough, rocky effect. And I also did the ocean that way, but I primarily used blues in the first couple of layers in the ocean. And it felt okay, didn't feel great. Then I added some teal, like tealy greeny colors, or tried to do that on camera, and completely messed up. So on camera you can see me struggling to get it done. Well, once I turned the camera off, I went in and wiped it all off, put it aside for a couple of days, then took it back out, mixed like a mustard yellow, a yellow ochre, and a deep teal, and you can see the yellow ochre actually throughout the ocean. Then I went deep teal blue in a few places. Then I went in with some light blue. You like the noises? Pew, pew, pew. And I still wasn't happy. But someone had commented, someone in our community had commented and actually acted as a catalyst for me. Commented, outline the fish, and then the fish will pop. And I believe it was Cat Dreaming Studio, or Cat Dream Studio, or Dream Cat Studio, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your username, but it's something like that. And I looked at it and I went, I don't want to outline the fish. But this morning, however, I went in and I took colors that were used in the background, in this peachy cloud background, used some orange and made a deep peach, and just a couple of strokes into the fish, and bam, it pulled the whole painting together. The fish came out, the ocean went into the background. Now it's more, now the painting feels like the image has more of a purpose, and it's perfect. And I just want to say thank you so much, Cat Dream or Cat Dreamin', for that hint. It really helped. I also added that peach to different parts of the ocean with a brush, and then wiped them so they weren't standing out. Can't tell you, it transformed the painting. It's right in back of the camera, but I'm not going to show you. I don't know why, but it is almost completely finished. I just have to add some more of that color to the figure's face, and we are good to go. That thing is done. And so I just want to say thank you for that helpful hint. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been reaching out, and helped to support me, to help support me, help support Catalyst and Company, and it's the people have reached out in many ways, in the ways that they can, because it's been a very difficult year. I like to say past few months, but let's face it, 58 years of it. It's been a difficult year and a half for us, going into almost 2 years now with COVID. Whoop. There we go. Sorry, the battery went dead. But I just want to, or was going dead. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been reaching out to me the past few months. Thank you for your verbal support. Thank you for financial support. Thank you for the gift certificates that have allowed me to purchase more materials and keep going. If you would like to help keep this little train going, all the links are down below, including links to Patreon, where you can supply monthly support for as low as $5 a month, TeePublic, where you can purchase items with images of my work on them, coffee mugs, tote bags, posters, prints, t-shirts, hoodies. It's fall, so hoodies. Also, you can send tips through Cash App and PayPal. Now, if you're curious as to what I need covered, I just laid it all bare on Patreon. So if you follow the link to my Patreon account, you will see exactly what I need and what needs to be covered for me to keep going. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. And there we are. Ciao. Ready, Carrie? Here we go. Ciao. Meow, meow, meow. Boink.